Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we are going to learn how to make hover effect, how to make 3D card hover effect using HTML and CSS. So as you can see, I've got everything ready. Now I'll create a div and then I'll create 3 more divs inside of it, each saying hello. ID is equal to yes, hashtag yes. Then I'll set the divs. I'll set the position to absolute, so then everything will be clumped up together. Then I'll write hashtag yes div child 1. I'll set the left to 50%. Oops, I meant to set the right to 50%. So now one of them is going to go 50%. Oops, I didn't mean to open this. Okay. Now I'll set the top to 50% also. Save and then reload. Now it's in the middle of the screen. And so I'm going to copy this and set it for each of these. This one is in child 2. Finally, this one is in whoops. I meant this one is in child 2. Finally, this one is in child 3. Save. Reload. So yeah. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to set each of their background colors. And set each of their widths. Set the width to 100 pixels and the height to 100 pixels. And also set their background color to cornflower blue. Yeah, this is boring. I'm going to set the aspect ratio to 1 divided by 2. Oops, I forgot to save it again. There we go. Oops, I'm going to set this to 50% plus 100. Will this work? Oh, I keep forgetting to save it. Oh, calc 50% plus 100 pixels. I forgot to save it again. And there we go. And now I'll write root. I'll mirror a variable called w is equal to, which is going to be equal to 100 pixels, and I'll set this to var that's just w. I forgot to save it. There we go. So anyways, I'll set the height also to var that's just w. There we go. And so now I'll change this to minus var that's just w. Oops, I'll copy this. I'm going to copy this part. Then paste everything here. Oops. Save it. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to change to that's just w divided by 2. Oops, save. There we go. And so now I'm going to slightly offset everything. For example, I'll set this one's top to 70% to 60%, and I'll set this one's top to 70%. Oh no, I want to have staircase effects. So I'll change this. There we go. And then I'll change this to 60%, 70%. Oops. 45% and 40%. There we go. Now I've got this staircase of hellos. And now I'm going to set each of them to different colors. So this one will be cornflower blue. This one will be crimson. And this one is going to be, I don't know, coral, I guess. Now each of them are different colors, but I want the ordering to be different. So I'll set the z-index of this first one. Set the z-index of this first one, set the z-index of the second one to be lower, and finally I'll set the z-index of the last one to be the lowest. So now, as you can see, it's now ordered differently. And now I want to turn everything, so I'll go to transform, rotate x 45 degrees. No, it's rotate y 45 degrees. Skew x. No, wait. So now I'm going to rotate it like this, and also rotate it like this. So now you see we've achieved the kind of 3D effect. Now it looks kind of 3D. X, I'm going to increase the value of this variable so it can be longer and bigger. So now that we have these, next I'm going to remove these hellos from the div. They're just unnecessary trouble. And next, I'm going to set the border radius to 50 pixels. Oops, that's a bit too much. 10 pixels. Yes, that's good enough. And so I will copy this part of the code, and then I'll write on hover. It's going to set the transform to translate x 10 pixels. Transition 0.5 seconds. It's 2, 1, 0. There we go. Now I want this to move. So I'm going to copy this code and paste it over here. Now I want it to move a different direction. So I'll set this to translate y 30 pixels. No, translate Z. Maybe I need a mix of X, Y, and Z. Huh? Oops. So then translate X and translate Y. Let me make this shorter. So 0.2 seconds only. And now let me change their tops to like 30%, 25%, 20%. And finally, I'll go to get the body background color. Cornflower blue, maybe. I need something that's going to blend, mix well. So right color. So maybe I'll choose light red. Copy. Oh yeah, and lastly, I'm going to add one more div. So I'll make this in child 2, 3, and 4. And in child 1, I'll set the top to 35%. This is meant to be in child 1. And then I'll change this to 55%. Whoops, I haven't updated the index.html yet. And finally, I'll change this background color to something like light blue. Whoops, before finally increasing all the z indexes by one again. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, ObaCode. Bye.